Welcome back, financial investors. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be doing our stock market weekly recap for September 16th through the 20th, 2019. We're going to go through last week's changes, which are up on the screen now. We're going to go through the four main indexes, the S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and the Russell 2000. Take a look at stock futures. It is currently Sunday at 11 p.m. going into Monday here, so stock futures are showing a little bit of what is to come here on Monday. Also, we will be looking at the entire S&P 500 performance here for the past week. Also look at financials, home builders, semiconductors, oil, the dollar, silver, gold, bonds, and then wrap it up looking at mortgage rates and what was shared and posted over here on Facebook this week. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely stick around for this video. If you guys do enjoy this video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would highly appreciate it if you do hit the red button below to subscribe. And of course, if you have any comments or questions going over this video, the stock market, dividends, or real estate, drop it in the comment section. I do read and reply to all your comments. And if it's a really good comment, or something that I believe other viewers, subscribers may benefit from, we'll go ahead and turn it into a video. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So last week's changes are on the screen currently. Last week, the 9th through the 13th, the S&P was up 0.96. The Dow Jones was the winner, up 1.58. The NASDAQ up 0.91, and my portfolio was up 1.10%. So last week, really positive week. Now jumping into this week, the S&P 500 took a bit of a dive. Now the Fed, everything was pretty calm here. Monday down 0.31, Tuesday down or up 0.26, really kind of flat there. We lost and then we gained it right back. And then Wednesday, everyone was waiting for the Fed announcement, and Fed came out. They lowered rates as everyone was expecting, and the market took a bit of a pullback here, back down from, basically being positive there on the day, or negative on the day. It kind of bounced towards the end of the day and ending up 0.02. Then Thursday opened up, gapped up higher. Now there's been a lot of turbulence here. As you can see, Thursday we gapped up in the morning, and then around 10, 11 a.m. Pacific time, it just kind of dropped, and then ended the day. And then Friday opened up again, positive again, kind of gapped up, and then just kind of lost steam throughout the day, ending down 0.5%. And basically, it was flat back in the past, flat throughout the week, and then ended up down 0.51% for the week here, mainly off of Friday. That's basically what kind of went on across all these. Wednesday was the main hit here, where after the Fed announcement, this market pulled back really quickly and then jumped and gapped higher, but then lost the steam here on Thursday, Friday. Dow Jones down 1.05, NASDAQ down 0.72, and the Russell down 1.16. Now, the Russell's in second place as far as negativity. The Dow Jones, I guess the Russell's in first place. Now, the Russell's done really well here this last month. The Russell's put on very nicely here over the past month, up 6.87. The Dow Jones, I don't believe it's put on quite that much. Here we can see 5.10. The NASDAQ on the 1 month, 4.72. And the S&P up 5.09. So the Russell here has done really well here just in the last few weeks. We can see S&P up 19.36, the Dow Jones 15.47, NASDAQ is still the winner at 22.34, and the Russell here has caught up with the Dow Jones, actually beating it out here just this last week. Now, stock futures are currently positive. Now, the current markets here, China is currently open, and it is down 0.7%. Nothing out there is really going on right now between tensions in the U.S. and China, so none of that is out there right now. Right now, we're just kind of playing it off here. The Fed cut rates last week by 0.25. I saw that Wealthfront cut their rates from 2.32 to 2.07, I believe. I'm still going to be continuing to use Wealthfront for my primary savings and SoFi for my business savings account, which I have links down in the description to both of those if you guys want to try them out. So I do believe Monday will be pretty positive. Friday, we can see Friday overall was negative besides healthcare. If you've been buying up AbbVie, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Merck, or a few others, your healthcare positions were pretty positive. I have been buying up quite a bit of AbbVie in the last few weeks and months and such. Johnson & Johnson, I bought that as it was negative in my portfolio. Pfizer, I am not sure if I had bought that one. I know it was I do actually believe I bought that one last Monday. I don't remember. I'd have to go look, but I know I had looked into Pfizer. I'm not 100% sure if I'd actually bought it. Everything else out there, all the other sectors, we can see some utilities actually doing really well as well. So healthcare and utilities doing really well. Every other sector outside of that, kind of in the negative there for the day. Looking at the 1 week performance, we can see if you had investments over in utilities and healthcare and oil did really well this week as well. You may have came out pretty balanced. And if you have positions out in technology, services, financials, or consumer goods, I know financials have been doing really well this past few weeks. So them just kind of being a little bit negative this week, that's completely fine. We can see some big heavy hitters out here like that blood red. Netflix down almost 8%. We have the CSX Corporation, the railroads down 5.3. Carnival Corporation, Marriott International, Disney down 4.17, Intel down 3.5, Nvidia down 5% there. So just some really blood red out there. Now, jumping over into financials. Yep. So financials overall, we already saw they were down for the week. They are going ex-dividend here on the 20th. The 20th it was Friday. So if you did hold the fund here, XLF, you would have received the ex-dividend, and then you get paid out here on the 23rd. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. It says it will be paid to shareholders on the 23rd, which will be this Monday. Now, overall, we saw financial down. So it is down 1.44. Semiconductors, the NASDAQ there, and a few others, down 2.26. Not the NASDAQ as a whole, but for the 1 week, we can see that the NASDAQ did get hit there a little bit. And then we have home builders down 1.26. Now, jumping over into oil. Oil has done really well, and it's actually because of negative news. So there was an drone attack that took place. So on Thursday, this is the main highlight of the week here. You can stop and pause the video and read through the news here for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But on Thursday was kind of a big day here. Oil prices, there was some news that the markets would be kind of soothed out by the Saudis pledging to restore full production by end of September at facilities here knocked out by a drone. So they were planning to go into full production, but they accidentally or something took place and they were knocked out by a drone and missile attack over the last weekend. And I believe they lost 20 some percent. I don't know the percentages out there of the world population of oil, but it knocked out a good chunk. And that news drove oil high here for the week. See what was taking place on Monday. Oil ended nearly 15% higher on Monday, with Brent logging its biggest jump in over 30 years amid record trading volumes after an attack on the Saudi Arabian crude facilities. Okay, so maybe I thought it was later in the week, but I guess it was Monday. So Monday up 12.15, down 4.21, down 1.51 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then basically, recovered slightly here on Thursday, up 0.74, ended up for the 5 days 6.64%. So very nice change. The dollar continuing to move just slightly lower here. It started the week around 98.65, now at 98.47. Not a big change. Silver and gold are also positive this week. I'm actually a bit surprised that silver and gold are bouncing back so quickly. Here we can see that silver hit a high of around 18.35, then did pull back. I was expecting a much further pullback here down into the $16 range, all the way into the 16 to kind of retest this. So we may see the dollar or the silver kind of bouncing between 17 and 16 as it finds a good support and kind of maybe move higher from there. Gold up this week, also 2%. So silver up this week here, 3%. Gold right behind it at 2%. Also kind of in the same with silver and gold. I felt that they were a bit extended here. Highs here of 146. Gold did pull back quite a bit here down into that 140 range and has actually felt some support. So 140 support for gold, and we can see here it's almost hit it twice, and then that's been used as support, and it is recovering now here at 143 almost. So we may see it hit some resistance around 146 again, so we may see some sideways trending with that. And bonds up 1.07. Kind of surprised with bonds. Just about every index, silver, materials, and bonds are trading near all-time highs. Here we can see all-time high here is 85.30. It's at 84.13. So the market's near all-time highs. Silver and gold are trading near all-time highs for the 52-week, and bonds are also trading near all-time highs. So really, we have debt trading at near all-time highs. We have paper in the market trading at near all-time highs. Materials trading at near all-time highs. So I see a lot of investors kind of scrambling, looking for where do they want to really put their money into and invest it. Because right now, if the market tanks, if bonds tank, debt market tanks, silver and gold tanks, you got to have just kind of a mixture out there. I do have a mixture of bonds and stocks. I don't like silver and gold just because it's paper. If I'm going to buy silver and gold, I will buy physical, and I end up buying silver. I already own physical silver. I will not buy anymore just because it doesn't pay any sort of dividend. It doesn't appreciate much more than where it's been and has been for the past 5 years. It just kind of trends around. There's no really way of generating wealth there. Now, mortgage rates here, they are higher 10 basis points from 3.87 to now 3.97. So even though the Fed cut rates, we did see mortgage rates rise this past week. So kind of surprising. I know a lot of investors out there were expecting rates to kind of continue to move lower as far as refinances and such, and we're not kind of seeing that right now. But give it a month or so, and actually at the very end of September is normally when the credit unions, the banks, announce that they're going to be cutting their own rates internally, and that's when you'll see that whole effect kind of go in play. So here we are over on Facebook. Not a whole lot was posted this past week. I've been kind of busy. We are due for another child here towards the 30th of September. So I've been just kind of offline quite a bit, doing a little bit less videos. I will still be doing my Monday buys video. I will still be doing my weekly recaps, but just kind of finding time during the week to record. Otherwise, I haven't been doing a whole lot of that, but we'll kind of see how it plays out in the future after the baby is born and see how much time and energy we have. There's some 4 easy high work salary positions. You can go out there, you can feed cheetahs. So if you want to feed some cheetahs, you could also be a crocodile feeder. I thought this was funny. Selecting cobras for a show or brushing the teeth of hippos. I thought this was crazy. I would never in my mind have any of those positions. Altria I got a little announcement in my email that Altria was trading above its normal trading range. Kind of surprising. I know Altria has been hammered. I'm not sure where they are currently trading at right now. Let's go ahead and punch them in. Over the past week, they actually did fairly well. Never mind. Maybe it was AbbVie I was thinking of. So this is down 2.86. I just want to do a quick. I know AbbVie's in my portfolio. That was what kind of helped my Merrill Edge account. So this is up 2.67, and I do have quite a bit of AbbVie out there. And this week's changes for the week. So the S&P 500, we already saw, down 0.51. The Dow Jones this past week, down 1.05. The NASDAQ, down 0.72. And my portfolio overall, between all my portfolios, is up 0.39%. This is because of AbbVie. I own about $4,000 or $5,000 of AbbVie. I also moved quite a bit of my equity between some of my 401k. I split 2 of my funds that were mainly tracking the stock market, Vanguard funds. I kind of split it 3 ways, with 2 that are tracking the market, the S&P 500 performance, and a third of that doing bonds. I also moved some of my thrift savings plan back into bonds. So I believe I may be about 15-20% in bonds, and then the rest of it is either in funds, ETFs that are still tracking the market, and another portion of it is in single stocks over on my M1 Finance account. I haven't changed any of those out. Those will remain as my single stocks, and will continue moving forward. So, and then Merrill Edge is mainly AbbVie and a few other positions such as SPLV and SPHD. So that is primarily what I'm holding out there. And I will be doing a 3-month sort of recap portfolio video here at the very end of September. I'll be doing another 3-month. How has what are the new positions that I'm currently holding? What has been the performance over the past 3 months? So we'll do a quarterly update here in the few So that is basically all I wanted to cover in today's video. Again, I want to thank everyone here who has hung around here towards the end of the video. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, I would highly appreciate it if you do subscribe. If you do enjoy this video, find it helpful, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any comments at all going over this video or just general stock market, dividends, or real estate, drop it into the comment section. I do read and reply to all your comments. And thank you all for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.